All right. Ready to take off again. Hopefully get some story progress here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm wanting the story to get on with it, and we actually can't go on right now because no, we can't. Okay, I thought that here I need to fix my other screen here so I can actually see what I'm looking at. All right. Cool. I have a feeling it's gonna be a bad camera day, so heads up. So it might go out, and we might go at some point no camera, but it's okay. Oh yeah, so we can just pretty sure restocked on potions and all that, so we're just going straight into the next mission in Canver. Old Canver. The Warehouse District.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you! I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Evenfall.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
So I don't remember. This is probably my
Let's
least.
stand a chance against those things.
It's probably the event that I least remember.
They've been routed. They're wearing Waluda armor.
Should really be focusing down that guy, shouldn't I? Kinda got used to having Jill and Joshua around. Feels kinda lonely now that it's just me and Torgal again.
There's nothing but monsters here.
Not that I'm complaining about Torgal. I keep on forgetting that you can't see a mini-map during these missions. Notice that all the enemy levels are still stunted at around 33. We're almost level 40. Wings of Light, like Mega Flare and all that, might take a while, but I love it.
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Ah, dang it. Oh. That's embarrassing. I didn't even notice that I killed it.
The city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors in sight. Where are they? These creatures. Zalta's reach extend this far. What the hell is going on here?
That was...
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Stately of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Okay.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Muthos. Yes! Yes!
Nice try.
Yo, keep it close to 100.
Art is seldom enough. Would you not agree?
Actually, I wouldn't. Nice try. Nice try.
Enjoying yourself?
Nice try.
finish it?
Mythos. The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos? It's the king. Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud. Get back. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
you up!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Sometime later, in the city outskirts of the free cities of Canberra, the ironworks.
Will you be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
And I am sorry if I seem a little distant today. I am multitasking. A Song of Hope.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Oh wow. We better get a pretty good upgrade if the like the regular sword that I can buy is stronger than the one I have now.
You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Oh,
See what Blackthorn has to do about that.
I'm not much bothered either way.
So what do I owe the honour? So what it be?
Runeblade +1 is what he has to offer. So
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
can we reinforce it? Yeah, buddy.
Not the best work, but it'll do. That it? Fine.
Oh, yep. And there goes the... I am going to go ahead and deactivate the camera because it went out at who knows when. But...
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty.
Time limit 2 hours for... Sorry, that's just funny.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others?
What will it be today? What is it that you wish to learn? One must understand one's place in the world.
Let's check out the new hunts. We got one more new one alongside that other rank B that appeared. It's a rank A, Dread Comet. The hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that haunts not only the nearby Badlands, but also their dreams, for it exhibits a ferocity rarely seen in the species, and has ripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin and feasted on their flesh. The bird is far past taming. It must be put down. It's in the Sickle in Dalmekia. And that one's in Lost Wing in Sambrak. We'll go after them in a bit.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Like father, like daughter. Was this always open before?
It says here that once turned, an Akashic is forever lost.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Mididol, I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter's dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. Did I say one of those lines wrong? I'm going to work on that last rhyme. Okay, never mind. Good luck.
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee, unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
I forgot that Mid invented basically a jukebox.
Cole said it was an army.
And when she was 11, that's great.
To Mid and the others.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies.
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Okay. Except no, because we have side quest again. And this one seems important. Blacksmith Blues. Yeah, buddy. We're going to talk to him for a second now because I did realize that I forgot to look at armor.
What's Sancfordian, dear?
Yeah, we can also get
No scratches, right?
good belt.
Not bad,
New armor.
if I do say so myself. Trouble with your gear, or see that sword of yours stays oiled.
Those were
If it's
green, so I know I could have
Did you see?
reinforced them,
We've tons of plenty to guide you.
but whatever. So we're gonna do these side quests and these hunts.
Surly soaker.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Please, sir, can I have some Morble? for this playthrough. I feel like there were more puns when I first played it, but having to say each title out loud, I realized that not all of them are, but when they hit, they hit. I love that one. Please, sir, may I have some marble?
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. It's half of that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that, and seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Blacksmith's Blues 3. That's actually the one we're gonna do first. But we'll go ahead and accept our reward here.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
A gift. Enclosed you will find an item of high strange order, one for which I require neither thanks nor compromise. Consider it a reminder of where loyalties are best placed. The Chapman.
Here you are. Come again.
I haven't even looked at accessories for a while. We're probably behind on it. But keep that on for a little bit more. Talisman of Priming. Increases Lionheart to... Yeah, no. Healing Potency. See, that one, I really, really want to... we'll wait.
More for ya.
Alright, let's check out where the marble is. I hear your brother isn't a fan of carrots, Kupo. If every carrot of Rosaria is anything like the one that just got posted on the board, I can see why, Kupo. Ah, I remember Carrot from 12. Carrot. If you should come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of Three Reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is, in truth, another root vegetable entirely, an exotic species of marble that uses a modified carrot-like vine as a lure to draw its prey close, before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. A cruel way for nature to turn those times of privation to her advantage. So it's in the Whispering Waters in Rosaria. So we got Rosaria, Sambrek, and Almekia for hunts.
She can't kick this up. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Talia's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physiker before too long.
I know better than to order Talia to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Oh, thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Tears of Mercy.
Well, Talia, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Tyre. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Okay, as I said before, even though that mission does seem to be a little urgent, we are going to be doing Blackstone's mission first. Just because we'll probably get a new weapon out of it, if I remember this right, and it'll help us with these hunts.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine, if it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work, because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride. And focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right, and it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravost, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
So, I know that's all I can do with the hideout. It's just if we're going to to Dhalmekia, Then I want to double check the location of the red comet. The sickle. Ah, here's the sickle. We'll get around to the hunt. We will go and actually do the mission first.
Not here.
The free city is under siege.
Oh, I just got really disoriented. I'm going this way, right? Yeah. I never got a good look at this sword. It's pretty cool looking. Looks like we're gonna get a new teleport stone out of this. I forgot what they're actually called, but obelisk, yeah, that's right.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravosh. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something very important.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravost. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravost in half had it gone on. So...
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravost prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravost won't last long without his furnaces, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it. It's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest, and you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its... Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favor and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, man.
Just looking if it was towards the sickle because we wanted to wait and get a new sword before we fought the Red Comet, but we can fight one of them. Don't know why I'm not using Ambrosia.
Time to fight. Let's make this quick, shall we? Straight home now. Hold back.
Another wyvern fight. I feel like we've been fighting a lot of these lately. I'll admit that one looks pretty cool. Really?
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows. Good girl.
Alright, so it's in the sickle, I'm gonna guess over there somewhere. On the way, we'll stop by my favorite encounter. Oh, it's here in the...
Be safe.
That's where my favorite encounter would be. Alright, Red Comet. Oh, it's Dread Comet. Whoops.
That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
Oh, wow.
Slow.
Doesn't have a stagger bar. We're coming at it. Didn't see the third one. handsome bit of EXP that gets us to level 40. 10 more levels to go. Comet Feather.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
Faster!
You deserve a rest.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then. Time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. Take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest to God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
So I think our hunt is here, but yeah, I don't think we're getting a new sword out of that, like I thought. We might get something, and we'll get it when we get back, but it'd be because of that, I think I'm actually gonna, if I could read this map right, I'm gonna try to make it and see if we can get to this hunt. Seeing Lost Wing like this is pretty sad, though. There he is. Holy Trumpeteur?
Bring out your barons! Let me and my daughter purge them of their sin!
You'll regret doing my mother's bidding.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was on Titan. Very sloppy, and that was a rank B. Ugh.
Your work here is done.
Alright. That little teleport was lazy, but there was literally nothing between between me and the mark, so might as well. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm here to
Enrique could have
kill
mentioned
spiders.
his spiders would be the size of curls.
Got it.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Alright. So we got one more thing to do. I did mention 3 reads, didn't it? Here's a big area in there. So we'll go check that out.
Run like the wind.
Going in a little unprepared for a rank A. Only have 1 potion, 2 high potions. I still have strength tonics, so I'll use those to my advantage here. Yeah, this looks like a place a Morble will hang.
Straight home.
I was really hoping that would be a potion. Ooh, okay, here goes. Carrot.
Right then.
First breath. Oh my gosh. Terrible. The strength potion's gonna carry me a little bit, but that was awful. Alright, what you got? Okay. I was honestly hoping for a little bit more EXP than that. But, got what we need.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... when I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid. You've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Woo. So now our potions and high potions do even more. And it does say maximize, so that's the last upgrade we're getting there. My favorite thing of those actually is that strength potions last longer. Okay, so let's see if I was wrong and if we did miss out on a new sword or something like that.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pick Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Ouroboros design draft. So I don't think it's a new sword, but it is some better...
Trouble with your gear, or...
Some better armor than I have. Yeah, that's going to be late game stuff. Where we don't have access to Orichalcum yet. We have the Comet Feather, but yeah, we need the Orichalcum, Stone Tongue.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
What can I get you, Sid?
Oh, I just...
Shout if you need to.
Did not. I thought I was about to talk to Karen.
Don't be a stranger, Sid.
So I'm just looking. Is that like a... Oh, wow. Alright. It's kind of embarrassing, but I never knew that that was a way to heal here. I just learned about that.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Don't rush me.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Eventually I need to start buying all the Orchestrion rolls, but... Automatically charges Matt, nah. Increases limit break, nah. Increases limit break, nah. And this is just stuff we don't need.
Is that all?
Indeed.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others?
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive.
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents. To treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true Physicker's art. That is...
an art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Okay. And unless we have any letters or... Yep, none of those. Alright, then. Off we go. To the ironworks.
Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aina is one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. And he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me?
Ready to play some COD Zombies?
Here they come.
It needs every moment we can give her.
Behind me, Lord Rosfield.
I'll take care of these fuckers. Behind! I'll have you know, earthbreaking here once struck fear into the heart of every man in the clique.
Ah, dang it, I'm
How are we doing, Mid? I thought you said that ship was fast!
No, 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 no.
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain? Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are.
Right, Lord Rosfield?
My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Those are my eyes. No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. It is not blood that runs through Omega's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes.
Unless you have a better.
I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet.
Enterprise escaped.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
The Null de Janeiro. The Einherjar.
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Back in the free cities of Canberra. At the Enterprise.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, you can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Great God of mercy. All this, it have I done?
My lord.
So we do have a back-to-back one. I'm going to hope that it autosaves. If it doesn't, I'll just redo that last one because it's not too long without the cutscenes. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it today, and we're going to start off strong at the next one. So thank you for joining me, and stay awesome.